Hello children, hope you all are good. Now I'm Rekha Jandola, your chemistry teacher is here and welcome back to your online classes. As all of you know, due to pandemic COVID-19, now the cases are increasing day by day, so we started our online classes. So children, stay at home and be safe, and always whenever you just follow the COVID-19 guidelines, right? And concentrate in your studies, and whatever the assignment is given to you, just send them in the same day or within one day, right? Okay, let's start your chapter in chemistry. Okay, class 9th, I'm starting your chapter 2, that is your chemical changes and reactions. Now the question is, what is chemical reaction? Actually, chemical reaction is a chemical change in which matter changes into a new substance or new substances, right? Actually, all of you know what is matter. Matter is anything which occupies space, has mass, and can be perceived by the senses. And this one also you have read that matter can neither be created nor be destroyed. It only changes from one state to another state or from one form to another form. So in chemical reactions, what's happened? The matter changes into new substance or new substances. For example, what's happened? This nitrogen, when react with oxygen, then it forms what? Nitric oxide. And these nitrogen molecule, this is one molecule of nitrogen which has held together these two atoms of nitrogen. They combine and they form what? One molecule of nitrogen. So this is a bond which is there between one molecule of nitrogen. The same way oxygen molecule is made up of two atoms, right? And there is a bond. There is a bond between two atoms of these oxygen and form what? One molecule of oxygen. So during chemical reactions, these bonds, what's happened? They broken down. They broken down and change into what? New substance by what? Forming a new bonds. By forming a new bonds. Now just look at here. Here nitrogen combined with oxygen. And now new bond is formed, that is your nitric oxide, and a new molecule is formed, that is your nitric oxide. Just because of this, for what? Broken down of these bonds. So you can say in chemical reaction is a chemical change in which matter changes and form a new substance or substances, right? And during chemical change, always what's happened? The bonds which are present between the molecule of a substance, they broken down and new bonds are formed, right? And chemical reactions may whatever the reactant. Actually, what's happened? The reactant, they are written on always which side? This is which side? This is your left side. So they are written on left side, and product. This is your what? Product, and these are your reactants. Reactants are always written on which side? Left hand side, and products are always written on right hand side, right? And there's an arrow which shows that whether the reaction is completed or not, or in which direction it is proceeding, right? So what are reactants? Reactants are the substance which take part in chemical reaction. And what are products? Products are the substance which are formed during chemical reaction. Understood? Okay, now what is chemical equation? Chemical equation is actually what? It is, you can say chemical reaction is represented by chemical equation, and chemical equation is a shortened form of the substance which are reacted and which are formed. Right? Now next is your characteristics of chemical reactions. There are so many reactions are there by in which there is a change in color, and because of that change in color you can easily identify that reaction. For example, when copper nitrate is heated, which is blue in color, on heating it turns black copper oxide and two gases are evolved, that is your nitrogen dioxide and oxygen gas. Right? The same way when lead nitrate, which is white in color, on heating gives you what? Lead oxide, that is yellow litharge. It is also called yellow litharge, means white lead nitrate on heating converted into yellow litharge and nitrogen dioxide and oxygen gases evolved. Next is your, already you have read this equation also, that this mercury oxide, it is red in color and on heating it gives what? It is turned into silvery mercury and gives oxygen gas. Right? Now there are some reactions in which gases are evolved. Actually these reactions also give, you can give these reactions in as example of reaction where gases are evolved. Okay, now evolution of gas, there are some reactions in which gases are evolved, and you can identify these gases. For example, when sodium sulfite react with dilute sulfuric acid, it gives you sodium sulfate, water and sulfur dioxide gas. Same way when calcium carbonate, when react with dilute hydrochloric acid, it gives you calcium chloride, water and carbon dioxide gas is evolved. And all of you know carbon dioxide gas, how you will identify carbon dioxide gas? This gas turn lime water milky. Sulfur dioxide gases also turn lime water milky. But but there are some other tests where in which, for example, sulfur dioxide it turn orange acidified potassium dichromate from orange to green, but carbon dioxide it has no effect on acidified potassium dichromate. Now the next equation is your zinc when react with dilute hydrochloric acid, or mostly all the active matters like iron, zinc, magnesium, when they react with dilute hydrochloric acid or when dilute sulfuric acid, they always give salt and hydrogen gas is evolved. Same way when ammonium chloride, when react with calcium hydroxide, when ammonium salt, any ammonium salt, when react with alkalis, calcium hydroxide is an alkali, they always give what? Salt, water and ammonia gas. Which salt is formed? Calcium chloride, water and ammonia gas is evolved. Right? Now these are the examples of chemical reaction in which gases are evolved. Now next is your formation of precipitate. Lead, all of you know lead nitrate when react with sodium chloride, it gives you sodium nitrate and white precipitate of lead 2 chloride. What it gives? White precipitate of lead 2 chloride. Same when copper 2 sulfate when react with sodium hydroxide, it gives sodium sulfate and pale blue precipitate of copper hydroxide. Right? Okay, next is your evolution or absorption of heat. There are some chemical reactions which either required heat or they evolve heat. Means either they absorb the heat or they evolve the heat. The reaction which proceed with evolution of heat energy, they are called exothermic reaction. And examples of exothermic reactions are nitrogen when react with hydrogen, it gives ammonia, NH3 is ammonia, and give out what? Heat energy. And this heat energy is, exothermic reactions are denoted by plus triangle T, means they evolve what? Heat. Same when calcium oxide, that is your lime, when dissolved in water, all of you know what's happened. The container in which you are dissolving this lime is calcium oxide. When lime is your tuna. When dissolved in water, the container become, okay, now the container become warm. Just why? Because the heat is evolved and what is formed? Calcium hydroxide is formed. Now next is your when hydrogen combined with oxygen,
then water is formed and heat is evolved. Same way, I think all of you know this arrow meaning reversible reaction. Now ammonia when react with oxygen in presence of catalyst platinum, it gives what? Nitric oxide. NO is nitric oxide. Water and heat is evolved. Now next is your endothermic reactions. What are the endothermic reactions? The reactions which proceed with absorption of heat energy. Right? For example, when nitrogen combined with oxygen, it gives nitric oxide. Actually, this reaction takes place in the atmosphere. When lightning takes place, that time the atmospheric nitrogen combined with atmospheric oxygen, and it forms what? Nitric oxide. And during lightning discharge, actually the temperature become very high. It is about 3000 degrees Celsius, and at that temperature this reaction takes place. The same way when carbon react with water, it forms carbon monoxide and water, right? And next is here what? Calcium carbonate on heating gives you calcium oxide plus carbon dioxide, and all these are what? Endothermic reaction. Endothermic reactions are denoted by minus triangle T, while exothermic reactions are denoted by plus triangle T.
Okay, thank you children.